Peptides and Wellness, a video and an update, because I've been a human guinea pig for the last several months, and I've broken it down to my top 3 peptides that I recommend that you get. Now, I don't have any affiliation with peptide companies except the company that I source my peptides from. You can order them online from Beyond Wellness. I'll link it down below. And of course, I've asked for a discount code. I get no affiliate kickback. There is no marketing campaign here. It's all about health and wellness. So I will promote my stand down from Wolf 21 with a coupon code down as well. If you're somebody who's can't do THC, or you just want to stay away from CBD, cannabinoids, reishi mushroom, magnesium, melatonin, all natural sleep, it's called stand down, and it's available online at the Wolf 21. I'll link it down below with a coupon code exclusively for my patrons on my Patreon. Also, this is going to be on my stories channel on YouTube. I'll have that same link in the description for you guys as well. Thanks for supporting the channel. Also subscribe. I want to get that count up if possible. So a peptide is a short chain of amino acids linked together by peptide bonds. They're essentially smaller versions of proteins and are involved in a wide range of biological functions within the body. Keeping it really simple, stupid. Number 1, BPC 157. My buddy Jason down the road said, hey man, you know, I fell off this horse. I had these pains and injuries and inflammation. I started taking BPC 157 and it cured everything. I have an injury in my left elbow, my right hamstring, my lower back, my upper back, my neck, all kinds of issues. I said, Beyond Wellness, do you have BPC 157? Yes, we do. 2 days later, I had it in the mail. BPC 157 is a synthetic peptide derived from a protein found in human gastric juice. That's disgusting. It's also known by other names like body protection compound 157. While research suggests potential benefits for tissue healing and various other conditions, it's crucial to note that BPC 157 is not currently approved for use as a human drug by the FDA. I'm not worried about that. If it works, it works. There are no long-term studies that I've seen. If there are, and you know of them, link them down below, but relatively safe to utilize. And again, the FDA component, I mean, I assume that Big Pharma is approved for everything that they throw at the wall. And again, I'm looking for things that are going to help me, especially in the short term, dealing with injuries and pain. I've been on the protocol for 2 weeks now. Game changer. One thing they recommend, because you're using an insulin syringe, subcutaneous under the skin, is in my elbow, for example, I'll put it right underneath the fatty portion of it or down in the bottom of my abdomen because there's plenty of fat there. BPC 157 has worked for me. Again, I'm not making any medical recommendations for you. You have to figure out your own path. That's my insurance claim here. I, again, am not sponsored by these particular companies. And you can get peptides all over the place now online. Just make sure if you source them from a reliable source, period. Again, I've vetted Beyond Wellness, which is linked down below. The next one is Tesamorelin. And again, I don't know why they call these things like all these different like words and numbers. Tesamorelin is better than BPC 157 name-wise, but it's marketed under the brand names Agrifida, and it is an injection medication used primarily to reduce excess abdominal fat in adults and human people with HIV by increasing the production of natural substance growth hormone releasing factor, or GHRF, which in turn promotes the body's own growth hormone secretion. With all that being said, it helps promote human growth hormone, which is going to help repair and deal with all the issues, and it reduces excess abdominal fat. I will tell you, out the gate, it has done that for me. Now, I'm sitting on a high percentage of body fat. I'm not as active as I used to be, and the elevation of cortisol and lack of sleep will do that for you. Well, what I've noticed with Tesamorelin, again, 3 weeks into the protocol, reduce the body fat, and also I just feel better. I also feel like my sleep is deeper. I mean, I use stand down depending on the day or night. I might use CBD and CBN, but I just sleep deeper. And when I wake up, I have more energy. And again, like I have isolated these peptides and just focused on them and the feeling, and I notice a difference. That is number 2. I'm going to give you a caveat here because there is something called NADs, which I'm not new to. Now, NADs, I'm going to give you this specific definition. The term NAD stands for nico. I'm not even going to try it, man. There's a reason it's called NAD. It's a vital coenzyme in all living cells involved in energy production and cellular health. Or a medical abbreviation for no acute distress, indicating a patient is stable during an exam. NAD in the body regulates various cell functions in the body and is necessary for the body functions and cellular processes, including metabolism, immune health, and DNA repair. The first time I had this was through an IV in Tijuana. It was part of my stem cell therapy with a great institute that's helping UFC fighters, veterans, and people who want to get stem cells that are heavily regulated in America. I went to a clinic in Texas. It was a disaster and nightmare, but this Tijuana was insane, the amount of care and attention that I got. What I noticed, though, is if it's pushed too hard, you have this pressure on your chest, and I just don't like that pressure, so I had to slow it down. Now I'm using it sub-Q from Beyond Wellness in a little tiny vial, and that dose for me is no problem. I have noticed I've been on this for months, extensive shifts in energy and repair, and also recovery. I don't even think that's part of it, but it says DNA repair and metabolism. Man, it's like drinking a cup of coffee, makes me feel good. And sometimes if I'm feeling like crappy, I'll go to the local clinic, the wellness clinic here in town, and I'll take it in an IV, NAD. So BPC 157, Tesamorelin, and NADs. I will tell you, there are peptides that I tried, and I'm not all about it. There's one that I tried, I don't even know the name of it, that suppresses appetite. And I didn't know that. I just knew like the label and the benefits on metabolism, and I didn't eat for like a week. And I like eating, so I didn't like that one. There are other ones that I took that I'm not interested in as well. Lastly, this is not a peptide that's available right now, but Beyond Wellness told me it'd be available soon. It's called SLU-PP-332. God, why would they do that? It's the name, the clinical name or the lab name of the peptide. It's a synthetic compound that acts as a pan-agonist of estrogen-related receptor, ERR proteins, effectively mimicking some of the metabolic effects of exercise. Now, I know what you're thinking, is this like a cheat code? It is. It is. Like in trials on rats, because it's not been used in human beings extensively, there is studies that are exploring as a potential therapeutic agent for conditions like obesity and metabolic syndrome. Well, I've been taking it in protocols because it's 5 days on, 2 days off, I believe, and 5 days on. And don't listen to me. Follow the protocol, but you can increase it. And man, you're talking about losing body fat. Jason, my buddy, turned me on to it. He's like, dude, I just lost 10 pounds of body fat. Now, again, there's no supplement that's replacing exercise and diet. We'll get into that in a later version of this. But I wanted to throw that at you because it's going to be available at Beyond Wellness in about a month. Again, I'll link other stuff down below. BPC 157 for joint health. Tesamorelin, metabolic health. BPC 157 also promotes human growth hormone. And then NAD for all its benefits, especially cognitive benefits. I've noticed that extremely gets rid of my brain fog. I should take it right now. I didn't take it this morning. I took my BPC 157. There's one that I'm interested in. It's called TB500. It's a bestseller, and a lot of people are talking about how good it's been. I am going to try that one next. But these three I've down selected, and I'm using them in their protocols every single day. Lastly, the SLU-PP-332. Again, I'll link it all down below. If you're listening to me on my YouTube channel, the story channel, I also link down my Patreon channel. You guys could subscribe to that and get the free stuff that I put on, like Voskin, who came to my house. He's Armenian. We did a podcast together that's going to be released today. Actually, sorry, it's going to be released on Monday, about protection dogs and their integration with your family, which is really amazing. Again, you can get that for free on Patreon. I'll link that down below as well. Until next time, thanks, guys. Oh, sorry. For my Patreon members, if you have questions, I'll do a Q&A follow-up. Just leave me the questions in the comments. I'll also go to the stories channel and look at some of the comments, and if there's any questions, I'll double down on those as well. Till next time, peace.